your candidate. Your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman. The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman. The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman. The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman. The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman. The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you?
Be part of the conversation, protect the Cebu vote. I'm Fred Langido, and this is Know Your Candidate, an election special of the Freeman and Banat News to help you make the right choices. Who among the candidates deserve your sacred vote? Let's get to know them up close and personal. And today, we are glad to be joined by one of the gubernatorial candidates of the province of Cebu. I'm referring to Ms. Pamela Baricuatro. Ms. Pam, good afternoon.
Fred, maayong hapon kanimo, no? And thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here.
The pleasure is ours, Ms. Pam. How is the campaign trail so far?
Very good. You know, the most enjoyable part is meeting new people and getting to know the province in-depthly. Nga nagsuri-suri ko sa tibuok. I would rather not use the word suri-suri. Nagsigi ko unsa may much better. Sige ko lakwat siya siguro sa probinsya, different municipalities, and I met so many people.
Duaw.
Wow, you're good in Cebuano, Duaw, ha?
Okay.
Pardon ha, usahay maka-English ko because I've been an OFW.
No problem. Just feel free, anything comfortable ka, ma'am.
Yeah. Sure, no problem. Yeah.
So, I assume na-cover na nimo ang 44 municipalities of the province and the component cities?
Yes, yes, yes. Mostly, karon untang si Manahuna, no? Mahuman ako, but because of what's going on in the country right now, we have to stop our campaign activities to be here in the city. Yeah.
Okay. How is the reception of the public so far?
Ay, makainganyo yun. It's really heartwarming ba? Magsuri-suri ka sa probinsya, niya mamit kag mga tao, o niya warm kayo ilahang, ma-feel good nimo nga ang Cebu murag they're ready for change.
But you have incumbent officials with you?
No.
So you are doing this on your own without the help of some incumbent officials, town officials, or barangay even?
Secret. No, in the party, Pilipilaban, I'm running on my own.
Okay.
Although I'm now going around with Lito Ruiz, Vice Gubernatorial candidate, as independent. Yeah.
I've read that lately na murag nagka-agree mo nga magkuyog mo sa kampanya.
Well, yes, actually, kay Silito Manggod is pinipilaban na siya. Nauna pa na siya pinipilaban ako, but we were supposed to run together, but because of some technicalities or documents ba to na wa na finish, kay late na, so mao nga kuan siya, kanang wala siya naka-signan og ko na. But we have the same goal.
Yeah. I'm sure ang ato ang mga viewers sa pagkakaroon are asking or even interested to know kinsa bas pamilya Baricuatro?
Asa mong camera dire, no? Sure should I look at there, okay. Pamela Baricuatro, Bisdak, taga Pinamungahan, OFW, Global Pinay, unsa pa, philanthropist, social activist, inahan, gasawa.
You are registered in Pinamungahan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For the longest time. Kay dito manggid akong amahan. Ang mga Baricuatro, taga Pinamungahan man ako.
Yes, oh.
Yeah.
In fact, the mayor in Pinamungahan is a Baricuatro, no?
Yes, a relative of mine.
Okay. So you reside in Pinamungahan also?
No, I reside in Mandaue.
Sa Mandaue ka nagpuyo, but you are registered in Pinamungahan.
But our ancestral home is in Pinamungahan.
Okay. That's clear. Now, so you mentioned you are a philanthropist. Would you like to share with us unsa ning imuhang kuan, mga activities related to that?
Yeah, I started a foundation, Simply Share Foundation. My advocacy is hunger, malnutrition, and food security. So I've been into this foundation since 10 years ago. And 2 years ago, I started the first food bank in Cebu. Kaya ang kanimagong food banking, Fred, it's about food security. It's a proven solution in addressing hunger. You collect surplus food and you give it to those who need it. So mura siyang bangko ba? So dali mo pagkaon, you save it in case na ay mga calamity or na ay naninahanglan. So amo nang ihatag. So I started that first food bank in Cebu and in the Visayas. It's called the Cebu Food Bank. And it's my foundation, Simply Share Foundation, that's managing that food bank. And we have been serving a lot of beneficiaries, thousands from the province and in the city of Cebu.
Okay.
For the past 10 years.
So, even right now, nag-serve mo sa kuan kanang mga nanginahanglan og pagkaon?
Yes, sir, but I'm not already. I've already resigned from the foundation when I filed for my candidacy. So it's my daughter, who's a medical doctor, and then healthcare expert, is the one managing the foundation now. But thank God I have a daughter who can run it.
So your daughter is running the foundation right now?
Yeah, I just end up to be a founder na lang. Na-fire na ko as an executive director, but I started that foundation.
How do you go about it? You collect food from donors na ay gusto mo donar without food yun ang...
Kuan, sir, we call that the warehouse model. Kay tulong mo na ka model ang food banking. The prepared food model, which comes from the hotels, mga restaurants.
Okay.
Ang second, ang warehouse model. So we get it from suppliers, manufacturers, like San Miguel Corporation, na sila yung mga near expiry food, ilang ipadana mo. Revisco is also a supplier, Robinsons, supermarket is also a donor. So muna mo mga stakeholders. So we have a different kind of manufacturers, suppliers, even distributor. Mga storage facilities, kanang mga near expiry bitaw, sir. Instead of ilabay na, instead of it to go to waste, kung ma-waste na siya, adto na sa environment, very bad for the environment, no? Kaya kung adto na sa landfill. So mas maayo nga ihatag sa food bank kay para mahatag sad namo sa nanginahanglan. You know, you're familiar in the US, daghan ba ng mga food banks, Singapore, Hong Kong. Pero there is atua. Wala gyud. It's the first one actually.
So, what inspired you to, you know, pagtukod ana nga kuan? Nga
That's a very good question. I used to work for Cathay Pacific. I was a flight stewardess. And I see a lot of wastage in the plane.
Okay.
So, ang ako yung gusto nga foundation, if I start one, would be in the food. Food insecurity. So nakita nako nga daghang mga surplus food bitaw. So when I started feeding in Cebu, I decided na may surplus food ko no according to United Nations. Di pwede magsigilan kog feed. Where do I get the source? So that's why I discovered Global Food Banking Network. So it's a network of international food banks. So I became a member of it. So they help us start the food bank. In Cebu. So, naanataan na diri sa Cebu, sir. Fred.
So, ug naay, for example, naay mga calamities, sunog, for example, ang imong foundation na to help.
Karon na daghang kay sunog sa city, we have been very active. They have been very active. I am not active naman, no? But I just hear because I'm still in the GC, so I see them going in Mandaue and everywhere. And actually, during Odette, we were the first one who went out and give, even before the LGU started giving food, nagsugod na ang Simple Share 3 days after nag-Odette. So, and also during the pandemic. During the pandemic, we've served around 1 million meals.
Pero Cebu lang usa, right? For now.
Cebu, yeah. But actually, sir, mga abot na amo ang mga pagkaon sa Ormoc, Visayas, kay like ang kanang mga sisters, was that in near Ayala? Gasa sa Gugma. Yeah, so when we give them food, ila sa nang ihatag sa ilang mga branches in Ormoc, in Leyte.
Okay.
Yan nasa mga LGUs dito sa Leyte, nga mga kailasad na manghangyo sila if pwede ba ta maka-supply nila og feeding for their feeding program.
Pero you deal with the mga charity institutions, not directly to the victims of calamity and like that?
We have 3 types of beneficiaries. LGUs, we have NGOs o pastoral, mga churches. But in times of calamities, we give directly.
Directly.
Yeah, but in most cases, we don't do the feeding anymore. We just give it to those who are doing feeding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give us some of the beneficiaries?
Yeah, as I said earlier, Gasa sa Gugma, SOS.
LGUs, for example?
LGUs, yeah, in Carmen. I used to be doing feeding in Baring Carmen before. You know, Baring Carmen before, ang ilahang malnutrition rate was number 2 sila sa Region 7. But ako nang gitutukan for 2 years. And now, thank God, they're not anymore in the list of daghang malnourished children, yeah.
Okay. You mentioned also you are a social activist.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you expound on that, ma'am?
That's what's happening with my foundation, no? I have been very active in going around and talking about poverty. And that got me here. Because I found out that when there is high incidence of poverty in a place, taasad kaayo nag-incidence of corruption. And I did not make this up. This is a study by the International Monetary Fund. So that's why I really brought it up in public nga there's something wrong sa ato ang probinsya. Nga nung taas kay ta, would you believe nga sa Region 7, 2.56 million families naa sa poverty incidence and 1.72 million is in the province of Cebu. This is, I did not make this up again, this is a study by the PSA, Philippine Statistics Authority. So taas kaayo ang rate of poverty diri sa probinsya sa Cebu. So being a social activist, I brought it out in public and tell the community nga mao ni atong problema karon.
And that inspires you to run as governor. Is that it?
Yes, sir. Usasad na, no? Nga naka-inspire na ko. Kay gusto tagabag-uhan diri sa Cebu.
Like, that's only one. What are the other reasons nga nung nakadesider si Pamela Baricuatro nga mo papili pagka-gobernador? And, you know, it's not an easy mission, ha? You're up against a giant.
Oh, definitely. You know, have you heard of the Georgia nut? You know, it is a legend during the time of King Alexander the Great. Now, I'm sure you heard about King Alexander the Great, no? Now, there was this chariot tied to a nut, and the place is called Georgia. So that's why it's called the Georgia nut. So there's a legend that it's very hard to unwind the nut. So a lot of mga wise men already tried to unwind the nut, but what good sila to no avail? Why naka-unwind sa nut? So here comes King Alexander the Great. So he came, and what he did, using his sword, he just, you know, iyahang si Bisaya, o si Kuala ni kanang gianak niya ang iyang sword ba, iputol niya. So nobody even thought of doing that because people's mind, according to legend, is to unwind the knot. But you know why I'm telling you the story? Because everything now feels like a Georgia nut. You have to unwind everything, and legend tells you that you're running under a Goliath, well, which is the truth, you know. So that's what I feel right now, unwinding the nut. But we have to think out of the box by doing so. Going back to your question about why I ran also, I studied public leadership in Harvard Kennedy School of Government. And you know, on the first day that we started my class, they gave us a red notebook. And what is said on top of the notebook is, you are here to make a difference. And that thing they inculcated in us. So that's what really drives me in everything that I do, in being a social activist, a philanthropist. That's really what drives me ba. Gusto na ko nga naay kausaban. I want to make a difference in our community and in people's lives. Yeah.
Let's get to your plans and programs later, but I'd like to kining kumplituhon sa nako ang background ni Miss Pamela Baricuatro aron ma-enlighten or mahibaw ang publiko og kinsa magyud si Pamela Baricuatro. You made mention about being a graduate of Harvard Kennedy School. So you are Harvard educated, ma'am, no?
Yes, yes.
So that's
Before I was an OFW before, and I worked as Cathay Pacific. And prior to that, before I joined Cathay, I was a law student. I did not finish law, only on my third year. So I promised my husband that before I leave, I will finish my studies. So it's tedious na kayo mo go back to law school. So I decided to take the studies in Harvard, because since he's also a Harvard guy, so that's why I decided to study.
So is that a degree program, ma'am?
It's a public leadership certificate. So you have to take certain amount of programs, and when you finish it, then you get a certificate in public leadership. It's quite tough because they need to apply, and they need to look at your qualification. Well, aside from the fact that it's pricey, you know, I'm so glad I have a sponsor. I'm a scholar of my husband. So, but then they have to look at your accomplishments also. You cannot just get into the program, but they have to look at your accomplishment. I think what really got me there was my foundation.
Okay. Yeah. So this is not a degree program, but a leadership.
Yes.
How long was that?
I finished mine in 3 years. I finished mine because I cannot complete it in 1 year because I was still working with Cathay Pacific. So every couple of months, I go to Harvard Kennedy School to take a program.
You have to be physically present?
You have to be physically, yeah. And I finished it on 2019, shortly before the pandemic started. So we were the last one who graduated from this program. After that, online na puro.
That's only one program? Is that how one program only?
Yeah, I finished that. You cannot just enroll in that program. You know, you have to apply. And then they look at your qualification, and then if they see that, as I said earlier, no, they want you to make a difference in your community. So they probably must have seen, no, nakita nila sa kuang application nga na ako'y nahimo sa komunidad diri sa Cebu. So mao na nga nadawat ko. Mo jud na akong panglantaw.
Okay. Now, let's go to your plans and programs for Cebu.
Yes.
What are your plans and programs for Cebu?
Yeah. My priority projects, our health. You know, if you've noticed, no, ang healthcare sa probinsya sa Cebu, dako kayo problema karon. Way doktor, way tambal. It's not just me, but I go around and I hear stories about what's going on. And also online, you can see a lot of complaints about our healthcare problems in the province, no? And second is the economy. We need to bring in investors. We need to recover from our economy. Do you know that the per capita income of Cebu is half from the national average? So it's bad. It's really bad. Asian-wise, mubo na ganita. Kuman ang kita pagyud katunga pagyud atong per capita income. Pasabot sa siguro, I'm sure Fred, no, kabalo ka anak Fred, no, ang per capita income is the income, total income of the province divided by the population. So, yun anak kagamay ang atua, no? So, we need to look into economic recovery also, and we need to create investment corridor for Cebu province.
So, the income of the province, you're saying na it's very low? You're saying?
It's half the national average. I think the national average is 238,000. Ang atua is murag mga 130 kapinra. So half of the national capita income.
But have you read the reports that the province of Cebu is the richest province in the country?
Yes, of course. You know why? You know why we are the richest province? Because if you look at the mong tan-aw ta sa study, no, sa kaning, there's this organization kaning Tidlam led tama, a group of kuani sila mga accountants, no, sa Manila. And then this is based on data nga taas kay ta og assets because giapil ang appraisal of lands. Ang Cebu, I think, is 200 billion.
Lands are assets, di ba?
Yeah, that's right. But the thing is, the other the other provinces ay wala nagamit ana. Kita ra ang next good nato good is kuan Rizal. I think it's only 30 billion ang Rizal. Ours is 200 billion. I think this is 2021 or 2022.
So we're over 200 billion in assets, and that's really big compared to the other provinces in the country. So how come na naabot na sa imuhang kana bitong imong giingon nga we are murag mubo ang atong income?
It is a study from PSA. If you look at Philippine Statistics Authority, it's a study. Everybody can check it out also. And what I'm telling you about this organization, I was gi-guest ko sa Manila, kuyog sa ubang mga guests, and I found out about this. Ila kong giingnan nga kebaba mo Cebu. So that's how mo na siya kung nanunibaw ko aning.
So how do you plan to improve it? If para nimo gamay ra ng 200 billion nga assets and income sa province, how do you plan to improve it?
Ang importante nga ang katawhan ang Cebuano di mapasagdaan. Unsaon man nato nga richest province ta, daghag nagkalisod, nabiyaan ang ubang mga Cebuanos. Unya ang healthcare nato walay klaro, ang income sa mga tao wala say klaro. So it does not matter kung richest ta or second richest ta, ang importante ang quality of life sa mga Cebuano malantaw ug way mabiyaan gyud nga mga Cebuanon.
With all due respect, ma'am, no, your answer seems to be not germane to the question. Ang akong pangutana, ma'am, is unsaon nimo pag-improve sa income sa province?
We have to bring in investments.
Investments, yes.
Yeah, and make sure that there is ease of doing business sa probinsya sa Cebu. Mao na dihay atong lantawon kay karon daghan kay problema ang mga negosyante, lisod kay mokuha og permit, daghan kaayo mga permit, unya di pa mabayran, dugay-dugayon pa. You know, it does not serve the purpose, Fred. Di nimo bayran ang mga negosyante, di katuyok ang negosyo, di sila makahatag og trabaho sa katawhan. So mao na dakong problema nato sa probinsya sa Cebu.
Ease of doing business.
Yes.
Why? Sa pagkakaroon, ingon ana ka problematic ang probinsya sa Cebu in terms of permits.
Oh yes.
Aha.
Yeah, there's even such a thing as governor's permit. Have you heard about that? na governor's permit. And then I did not just hear this. This is not hearsay. A lot of people are complaining about it. Daghan kay gireklamo ng mga negosyante about ana nga wa pa sila mabayaran dugay na kaayo nya human lisod pa kaayo. Bureaucracy actually. Grabe kaayo kuno ang kuan. So, we should have a one-stop shop ba in terms of getting mga permits bitaw. Put it in one. I saw this
Also,
one.
for example nga, permit, ma'am.
Business permit. Taas pa gyud kaayo ang atong mga business permit sa probinsya sa Cebu. Have you heard about that?
To my understanding, the province does not give business permit. It's with the local government unit.
Yeah, but still, we make it accessible to them. That's really the job of a governor, Look after the general welfare of the province and its inhabitants, Make it easy. Make it easy for the businessman. Kaya once na ay negosyo diha, maka-generate ta og job, it's good for the economy. Matabangan nato ang katawhan. Ang mga Subuanon, matabangan nato.
Health, public health,
Yeah,
economy,
education, of course, we look into the educational system also, and also environment.
Education, what in particular, ma'am, kinahanglan og improvement in the province?
Yeah, we have to build more educational institutions and also programs. We have to improve into our programs, cater our educational system to what is needed by the community.
I'm sorry, can you be more specific, please?
Let's say, kanang mga call centers, kinahanglan sila og mga programa para mapatrabaho nila. So, like sa probinsya sad, we have to be coordinated unsay mga kinahanglanon ani mga negosyante karon para mahatag nato ang proper training sa mga tao. Para dali nila mo trabaho.
You're saying the province should open a training school for the call center, for example?
We don't necessarily have to open, because we're not an educational institution, All we have to do is to appropriate budget for these training institutions. That could aid people nga makatrabaho sila ug makakita sila og maayong panginabuhi ug way Subuanon na mabiyaan.
Wa ba na tagai sa imuhang I'm sure imuhan ning gitunaan gyud before ka ni decide nga kini mo akong programa because I believe nga wa ni mahatagi og pagtagad based on your study. Based sa budget sa provincial government, wa ba na matagai og igo nga budget sa imong tanaw?
Naaman, pero it could be better. It could be more. Pwede pa gyud nato punan. Instead of ihatag nato anang mga ayuda, ato nang ihatag ang budget para ani mga training para makatrabaho ato mga igsuunan sa mga Subuanon.
Have you heard of a Sugbo Kahanas program of the provincial government?
I heard that Sugbo Kahanas, it should have been institutionalized a long time ago. I like that. We don't need to change what is there. If I be governor, I will continue that.
But do you think na dili pa naigo para nimo? Sugbo Kahanas is, I think, murag they provide training in partnership with TESDA.
Yes, right? They do. It could be more. Dapat lang taon gyud na ba tutukan na kaya ang mahitabo man gud karon na ay mga training pero dili bitaw institutionalized, di mahuman pila ra ka 7 days niya shortcuton sa nagtrain unsay makatunan sa mga tao about entrepreneurship. So dapat tutukan gyud na siya maayo. You mentioned about entrepreneurship. Have you also heard of the Cebu Negosyo program? Yes, I heard that. Cebu Negosyo program. It's a very good program.
That is not also enough for you?
No, it's good. You know what? We don't need to change what works, Fred. It doesn't mean nga mulingkod ko as governor, ang tanang proyekto sa sitting governor karon akong ilisa. No, of course not. Kung unsay naa nga maayo, atong ipadayon.
So in other words, some of your programs, if ever mahimo kang gobernador sa Cebu, will be programs of the previous administration also.
Why not? Have you heard about the Transaxial Highway? This is a project by Vice Governor Greg, and also that's something that's very good that we can continue. And also the Mega Cebu. That's also very good, no? Wala naman na napadayon karon. So, it doesn't have to be my original project. It could be projects of past governor. as long as makaayo sa mga Subuanon, ako ng buhaton.
Okay. What else?
Oh, I already discussed with you about economy, education, environment.
What in particular sa environment kasi imong tanaw ang aya nato nga hatagan og pagtagad nga na-overlook sa pagkakaron?
We have to follow mga national policies, no, in terms of that. Kung let's say ang kanang nahitabo karon sa Apo, no, they have already permit from ECC. So and yet the provincial government interfered.
EMB. You mean permit from EMB?
No. Environmental compliance. They already have that environmental compliance. ECC.
That comes from the Environmental Management Bureau, EMB.
Yeah, EMB, that's right. Yeah. So, na siya, na-interfere ang provincial government. So, for me, we honor what is done by the national government, national agencies.
Okay, so, sa imuhang tanaw, nga naman day, what happened? Kanang tungod kay gi-suspend?
Yes, also that one. You know, it has been there for the longest time. And
Pero don't you think that's ironic to your, maybe you said protection of the environment, and then the governor has issued a cease and desist order for a certain period of time while mag-conduct sila og environmental audit. Environmental audit. Don't you think that's environmental protection the governor is doing right now?
Yeah, but why now? Why now? Ngano karon ra? Dugay naman na under his watch, under her watch. And they already did. They already have a technical committee who looks into the environmental audit. Why does kano kinahanglanon pa man nga to do that one? Unsa man gyud ang rason ana? Mo nay pangutana diha.
Would you like to share with us og unsay imong nahibaw-an?
Well, since you asked me the question, I mean, you probably know more about it. You can also share with me.
Well, I'm asking you.
I already told you nga mo ni akong views na kinahanglan mo honor ta sa policies sa national agencies regarding that. They already went through an environmental audit. Why is it necessary to go through another one? They already passed the national audit. Why is it necessary?
You're not convinced with the reasons nga gihatag sa gobernador na it's for the protection of the residents living nearby, since I'm sure you've heard about the landslide incident in Naga, and then the governor is saying na she wants to prevent a similar incident like what happened a few years ago.
See, you know more about it than I do. But thank you for sharing, ha? Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
So you do not believe that?
No, there has to be something else there. Because they already went through, as I said, they already went through the environmental audit. Unsa may rason nga kinahanglan pa manggid usbon ang palisiya sa national government, friend. Diba?
But don't you think that's part of the power of the governor as vested in the local government code?
Yeah, you look after the general welfare of the people, but the question
Precisely, yes.
But the question there, is it really the interest of the people or their own interest?
Na-intriga ko ana. Na-intriga ko ang imong gingon nga personal interest. Why? What do you know about it?
I don't need to know anything about it, Fred. There is political dynasty in the province of Cebu. You know, I'm sure you know about that. Political dynasty.
And how is that related? I mean, what's the connection between the Apo suspension and the political dynasty?
Ang gobyerno para sa katauhan, dili para sa usa ka pamilya. You know, there are already, people know about it. They are doing business. They are protecting politicians here. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about political dynasties, no? It's about doing business. Family doing business. Muna kung iwan mo, Fred, na ang gobyerno para sa katauhan, dili para sa usa ka pamilya. Protektahan ang interes sa usa ka pamilya. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I think at least medyo klaro na. So that's why I'm asking kay murag na kuryoso ko sa imong gingon nga dynasty and so
it's interrelated.
So
no?
You said it's for the protection of the interest of one family.
Of course.
Business of one family.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And
we're going
o-
already into economy. Economy, environment, education. We've covered. Yeah.
So what else?
Yeah. If you talk about my political philosophy, para nako, no to corruption,
Okay.
no to sugbuanon first. Unang ako transparency.
Murag may pagka Donald Trump. America's first. Subuanon first. Yeah.
Sugbuanon first. Yes. No to corruption. Transparency.
That should be.
Transparency, accountability, peace and security.
Peace and security. Why? Is there a problem sa peace and order sa province right now?
Of course, needless to say. Daghan kaayo mga cyber sex crimes na hitabo karon. I was even once dito sa Uslob, no, nami giduaw dito nga bata, nga babay, 15 years old. Girape og 13 ka tawo. Nagkiilala niya through the internet, no, through Facebook. And also there was this kid in Toledo, tan-aw og sa tunga Pornhub or something, nag-rape 8 years old. There's a lot of, I'm sure you read the paper. I'm sure Freeman, no, you can research here and you see a lot of crimes happening in Cebu right now.
And when you become governor, that will be part of your imuhang tutukan.
Of course, dili lang ta musulti, but kinanglan aksyonan gyud na. And no preference to any political figure or any VIPs, you know. No to illegal drugs and no to pugo.
Why? Naipogo ba di resibo?
My God, we told the Freeman people. We know about it.
What do you know about it? What may report ng police?
Well, we'll see to that when I sit there. But that's something we need to look into, peace and security. Yeah, during the time of President Duterte, no? You know, we are very secure going around, but it doesn't feel the same way anymore. Like na ang kuan karon, ang mga panghitabo. Daghan na kaayo kuan, dili na safe. Daghan pa kay istorya mga bata gipang-kidnap, you know, mga organ kuan kuno. So, you know, all these things. We have to keep safe. We have to get the right people there. Kanang incorruptible na mga people.
Pero speaking of kidnapping, murag wa na siya official record, murag puros na siya kuan fake news. But these incidents, I agree nga na mga incident na kuan katong imuhang gi-mention na in Toledo, in
Because of drugs. Because of drugs. This is drug related. Because of the proliferation of drugs. Muna nga daghan kay mga crime nang hitabo karon.
Para nimo trabaho na kuan? Trabaho na sa local chief executive.
Why not? Because you look after the welfare of the people. Kung mamatay na mga bata diha because of drugs, you know, you have to look into it also. Who are the people in charge? Nganong ingon ani ni ang nahitabo karon, nga barato na kay kinabuhi karon because of drugs.
Okay. Now, how do you feel, ma'am, kanang muadto ka sa lungsod nga why mga incumbent nga mo sugat mo join sa imuhang kampanya?
I have leaders there. I have leaders. You know, I used to be affiliated with Uniteam before. No, I was the Secretary General for Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. So I ran the last election. So I have people on the ground.
Okay. So it's not a problem.
No, it's not a problem to me. I have people down to the grassroots.
Okay.
But of course, I cannot elaborate it, no, because...
Of course, yeah. So, dili nimo problema ang, going around because as you said, you have leaders kay you are actively involved in the campaign during the candidacy of former President Roddy Duterte.
Yeah.
I'm glad yung ato naman ginahisgutan nga kuan, nahisgutan naman ginato na ang kining si former President Roddy Duterte na hibawta nga ug unsay nahitabo niya recently ug hain siya sa pagkakaron, and your group is doing kining programs, activities in support of the former president. Would you tell us ug unsa pay inyong mga plano sa pagkakaron?
We just had two prayer gatherings, no, the day that he was brought out of the country, and last night also, it's a very sober gathering lang ba. Just we need each other's company. Okay, tanan, people are enraged. People are hurting because of what happened. And tomorrow, there's going to be a solidarity mass at 3 p.m. At St. Joseph Parish Church in Mabolo.
Mabolo.
Yeah, Mabolo.
Okay.
It's a simultaneous, actually, activity all over the country. But this is just timing lang sa Cebu. Kay weeks ago, amo na ning na schedule. It was going to be Father Shano Ubud who will officiate the mass.
Okay. So, sustain ni siya nga kuan, sustaining nga activity until when or
we don't have any information yet. No, we're awaiting information from national. But we don't want to cause any trouble. This is just going to be a prayer gathering lang ba?
Peaceful gathering.
Yeah, peaceful lang. We don't want to create any noise or cause any trouble to the administration.
Yeah, I think murag ang hasta Mandawi, no? Ang Mandawi is also organizing a prayer gathering sa ilahang Heritage Plaza.
Yeah, I think naasad sila kuan dito activity.
Is this PDP or maisog or one group lang ni siya, ma'am?
No, we're working with PDP Laban, since we're a political party, no. So in my case, but really, when I go to the park, it's nothing to do with big politics. When I go there, I'm just a supporter of President Duterte. That's also hurting. In fact, I almost canceled this interview kay ko. So emotional right now ba niya. But since lisod kay kuhag time dire, and of course I already want to do this na, so wala lang ni atong gipadayon nun.
So unsay tan-aw nimo ang nahitabo kang former President Duterte? Will this have an impact sa inyuhang kampanya diri sa local? Like especially kamo nga mga candidate sa PDP.
I really don't know what you talk about unsa effect ani, but as far as I can see now, people are really angry, people are very emotional. So that emotionalism could swing to us or against us, we really don't know.
Di pa nato mabasa sa pagkakaroon.
Di pa nato mabasa, but because people right now nasakitan gyud. Nakita gyud nimo nga sakitan gyud sa nahitabo karon.
Pero right now murag nag-snowball, daghan ang kuan, ang ni suporta ng tao.
Ka no, emotional kay ang mga tao karon. So patakabaw gyud ani, hopefully, yeah. But doesn't really matter. What's really important for me right now is to bring back PRD to where he is from, because I have a story to tell you. While he was here, di ba? He has a rally here in
Mandawi.
You're a very good listener. I can tell.
In Mandawi, yes.
He was here in Mandawi. So we were in the VIP lounge. So inko nga dool ko niya kay gisaka akong han inko nga kanang mayor, is how I call him, mayor kanang unsa man imong tip nako sa akong paglansar karon. Inan siya day higugmaa lang yun nimo ang Cebu. So they're very simple words but very meaningful. So it really resonates to me ba. Really, that's the bottom line, no? Higugmaon gyud nato ang Cebuanon.
Okay, your message to the Cebuanos, Ms. Pam.
Kinahanglan ta og kabaguhan kay ato ning kaugmaon ang atong paggobyerno. The power of the people is powerful than those people in power. Kamo ang sugbo ug dili ako. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Pamela Baricuatro, gubernatorial candidate of the province of Cebu under PDP Laban.
Yeah.
Protect the Cebu vote, be informed, and know your candidate. I'm Fred Langido. Good afternoon.
The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman. The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman.